Janette's TV podcast. I'm your host, Janette Burke, under the big top for the Royal Canadian Circus. Today we will be talking with the ringmaster and his wife, and we will be right back to hear that. Now, before we get into today's episode, if you haven't already done so, please click the link below to subscribe to our YouTube channel. And remember, you can support us in one of two ways. With our Patreon account, that link is also below, and the purchase of a JTV t-shirt or sweatshirt with your choice of size, color, or the JTV logo and tagline, or an inspirational saying made by me and a previous guest in a previous episode. All you have to do is choose what you want. All orders include shipping and handling and are conveniently set right to your front door. Now on with today's episode. I'm standing here with Dominik Bauer, who is the ringmaster of the Royal Canadian Circus. And Joseph, I understand you are a 9th-generation circus performer, 51 years. Not that you look it, because let me tell you, you look amazing. How are you able to sustain it? I mean, that's incredible. Your talent is incredible.
Thank you so much. It's been in our family for over 200 years, so I'm just carrying on what my family has trained me to do, and I really enjoy it. You know, I feel like almost at 60 years old, there's a little inspiration out there that we can still do it, you know. Well, my family comes from Switzerland, and they came to the United States and toured Canada in the 50s with Ringling Brothers, Barnum and Bailey Circus. And that's how it all began for me in the circus. I traveled with my family all over the world, and I've performed many aerial stunts like the Wheel of Death, sway poles towering 100 feet in the air, motorcycles on the high wire, and I took on the role as being your host. I've always admired what the ringmaster did, so I wanted to do it myself.
And you know, I did have the privilege of seeing the show the other night, and I want to ask you, the skill amongst these incredible, talented performers. How much preparation, how much rehearsal, what are some of the things that go wrong, and what are the amazing things that go right?
With a live performance like that, it's not superimposed, there's no trick photography, this is all live. People are risking their lives doing amazing stunts, so it can change every show just a little bit. And that's the amazing thing about the circus, you know.
How much practice daily?
Oh, a lot. I mean, when we're doing 3-show days, everybody's really concentrating on rest. And like this weekend, for instance, we've got 3 on Saturday, 3 on Sunday. So it's a little challenging for us. But in between locations, a lot of our artists like to get in there a day or two before and practice.
What about when it's the slow time, the winter months? What do you guys do?
Oh, yeah. Well, we practice at home. You know, some people live out west, some live down south like myself, so the weather is nice. We can put up something outside and practice.
Are you in Florida?
Yeah.
Thunderbird Circus?
Yeah, Sarasota.
Love it. Okay, now I'm going to ask you a couple more questions. So, the circus has changed. Some traditional elements are there, some aren't. Tell us a little bit about the changes of what people can expect to see at this show and how it's different.
Well, it's different because of the theatrical aspect. We have the lighting, the sound, the air condition in the big top, and all these elements of thrill. We found out that the audiences really, really love to be scared and thrilled, so we've got all those ingredients, plus a lot of culture. We have an artist from Taiwan, we have acts that were on America's Got Talent, we've got the motorcycles in the Globe of Death, our human cannonball, high wire. I mean, we've got something for the entire family, and I think that's what makes the Royal Canadian Circus #1 always.
And it certainly had me sitting on the edge of my seat.
That's right. You bought a ticket, but you only needed the edge. You don't need the whole seat.
You're funny. Okay, so now I want to ask you something else. So women play a very big part in this role, in the role of the circus, but not just as performers. What also do they do behind the scenes?
Well, you know, there's so much that goes into the performance, not only when you see them out there dancing or hanging, like my wife hanging from those silks and all that. There's choreography that goes into the show. There's wardrobe that gets made. All those costumes were made here in-house, you know, by my sister and by my wife, and choreography by some other ladies on the show. So it's really, there's a lot behind it.
Such talent and a lot of contribution.
Absolutely.
Now, but also you're mentioning you're working with your wife. How's that? And especially
Fabulous.
when you're doing like life-threatening acts, how do you not worry about each other.
Oh, we do, and we watch out for each other. We're a team. She helps me with when I'm performing on the giant wheel, and I'm there for her when she's doing her aerial stunts on those silks. She has done trapeze, aerial hoop. She's done so many things in the circus, so I'm very proud of her.
Do you have any stories or like a fond memory or something that you would like to share with us about these performances or another performances?
After coming to Canada for so many years, I know a lot of people have seen me perform on some of these tours, and to have someone come with their grandchild and say, listen, I seen you many years ago, and now I brought my son, and I'm bringing my grandchild to see the circus for the very first time. Those are things that really touch me, I think, because that's what it's all about. It's in our blood. We thirst off the audience's response. So, I think that's what's really special.
I know you got to get back to the ring talk, but before I let you go, it's time for shameless promotion. Tell us more about where we can get tickets for this performance in
Very
Vaughan
simple.
and future performances.
That's right. It's RoyalCanadianCircus.ca. You can get your tickets there. And always remember, you can come right to the box office. Beautiful box office right in the front of the big top, and get your tickets there as well. We advise everyone come 30 minutes prior, because all the activities start inside, like face paintings and photos and food, all the sights and sounds. So, through September 2nd, we're up and running. Find out where we're at. Come on out. See the greatest circus under the big top.
And it certainly is that. I hadn't been to a circus in over 10 years, and I was just amazed.
For children of all ages,
it
right?
It certainly is, and I felt like a child inside. Thank you so much for being with us today. Thank you for your time. Quick thumbnail. Thanks for being with us today on Janette's TV podcast. I'm your host, Janette Burke, signing off. Please remember to like, comment, and share all our posts with your family and friends. You will find us everywhere on the TV side: Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, YouTube, Vimeo, Rumble, Instagram, and the list goes on. On the audio podcast side, we are on iHeartRadio, Apple, Buzzsprout, BuzzFeed, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and that list goes on. For a complete list of where to watch and listen to us, please check the links in the show notes below. And until next time, continue to be fabulous.